Welcome back, everyone, to the 1 billionth installment of Best Snapchat Tricks and Tips for any iPhone or Android device. Now, very first thing, as always, add me on Snapchat. You guys already know. There's the code, there's the name. Now, most probably, I won't hit you back up, but it's the thought that counts. And I swear, the next video that I do about Snapchat, which is probably not going to be for a couple months, I will try to call you guys like I did last time. And I'm not going to call you randomly. It's if you want to be called in my video, then I'll go ahead and do it. But there's a code, there's everything if you want to go and do it, go through there. So I will tell you, as I've said before, the best Snapchat tricks or whatever can usually be had if you install Snapchat Plus Plus. And what that app is it's pretty much a hacked version of Snapchat, but it's a little weird nowadays because Snapchat is really cracking down on, the third party versions of Snapchat, but also Snapchat Plus Plus is getting better and better that it's, avoiding that specific, little pop-up that might come up, making you not able to log into it. So keep that in mind. It's not like an end all be all, but if you want the most amount of features, Snapchat Plus Plus is a way to go. And I've already done 30 videos on how to install it, and I'll leave a link in the description on exactly still how to install it. But make sure you have AppCake installed. If you do not have AppCake on your device, it can run on really any iOS device for the most part that people are using. So what you want to do before you go through, you want to find the Snapchat that you have on your device already, and you want to delete it. You will not be able to install Snapchat Plus Plus if you currently still have a Snapchat account tied to your device. So now that all that stuff is out of the way, you want to go ahead and open up AppCake. You want to go and click Tweaked. Now usually it's like one of the, which is tweaked it right here. Usually it's like one of the first apps here, or you could search it up from above. But I'll go ahead and scroll down. I know exactly where it's at, which is right here. It'll go ahead and kind of mess up a little bit, but I'll go ahead and click it. And once you click it, you'll be presented with the Snapchat Plus Plus page. Click X, click install again, and they make you watch another ad, which is so obnoxious. But it's whatever. At the end of the day, we'll go and wait for this thing to go done. And as you can see, you'll be presented with the page like this eventually. So here you just want to go ahead and click install if you're a normal user. But me, I'm going to duplicate the install and see what happens, because I already have it installed, but make sure you have the original Snapchat deleted. And as you can see, I do get the pop-up of whether I want to install Snapchat Plus Plus. So at this point, you just want to go and click install. And as you'll see, it should start downloading. Maybe it won't because I already have Snapchat installed. Actually, it might actually go through. And as you can see, it does eventually go through. So I can open up this Snapchat as well as the other Snapchat too. And these both are Snapchat Plus Pluses. So if you want multiple Snapchat Plus Plus accounts, you can go this way. But that is pretty much the process. That's pretty much one of my favorite things ever. So the very first thing I want to tell you guys, and my favorite tweak of all time, probably it's not even a tweak, but it's exactly how to screenshot Snapchats without sending notifications. I feel like this is probably the most known and most used thing I've ever done. Now, I don't really do it anymore. Based on your guys' input, this is one of the things that's super important to you guys. And I'll go ahead and show you exactly how to do it. I have like 4 separate videos on how to do this anyway. But let's just say I have a Snapchat, right? And let's just go ahead I send it to myself. So there we go. I'll send it to myself right there. Now, as you can see, I just got it. Now, the way to actually do this, and this is going to be quite a bit of a process, but what you want to do is you want to go ahead and turn your phone on airplane mode. Now, this will work on iOS and Android, but there is an alternative method on Android devices that actually make it far superior. So what you want to do is put your phone on airplane mode very first thing. Okay, so there we go. Airplane mode is right there. And once you're in airplane mode, Wi-Fi, everything fully off, you want to go ahead and open the Snapchat, but you want to make sure it says new snap. If it says like tap to load or anything like down here, like if it says tap to load, you won't be able to actually open it. But if it says new snap, you're good. So you want to go ahead and open it. You want to go ahead and screenshot it, as I can see right here. Hop out. Now you want to keep your phone on airplane mode. You do not want to go and just, put it off airplane mode because they will get the notification. So what you want to do here is you want to actually fully delete Snapchat if you're on an Android or iOS device. But what you can also do is if you're on an Android device, you can go into settings and just clear the app data. But in this case, we're on an iPhone, so I'll go ahead and do it. Now what you want to do here is once it's fully deleted, you want to go back into the App Store and you want to turn your phone off airplane mode so you can get on the signal. And this is after you delete Snapchat. And you just want to reinstall Snapchat. And as you can see, I'm reinstalling it. It'll only take a couple of seconds. It's not that big of an app. And once it's fully installed, all you have to do is click open right there. And you want to go ahead and log back in. Now my iPhone was jailbroken, so I actually have to go and reboot it because if you are jailbroken, Snapchat has a weird thing. It doesn't allow you to log back in or anything, which is so dumb. I don't know why they do it, but this is not an important step. You do not have to restart your phone in order to get through this. And as you can see, I just logged back in, so we can go ahead and go back over here. And as you can see, my Snapchat wasn't even opened by the guy yet. So I can go ahead and tap on it. And once you tap on it, it'll actually go ahead and, reload that Snapchat, which is really cool. So you can actually see these Snapchats an unlimited amount of times, which is really cool too. So I go and open it. As you can see, I still have the same exact Snapchat. And as you can see, they didn't get the notification that I screenshotted it. So it's a long process, but I think it's really, really awesome. And that's one of my favorite things to recommend to people. And also with chats, you can also do the same thing with chats in a way. So as you can see, I have, let's just say, Team Snapchat sent me a video, but they also sent me a chat too. What you can actually do is if you don't want them, basically if you don't want them seeing that you opened the snap yet, at least for the chat, what you can actually do is go ahead and open it this way. And you can actually just, as long as you're holding it down and dragging it, you'll basically be able to see every single thing that's over here, but you won't be basically, give them the notification that you haven't seen it yet or that you have seen it. So as you can see, I can do that here. I've done it to this guy. It worked for him. So it works for every single person. I do it personally for a bunch of people. It's not like I'm Snapchatting every single day with anybody, but like whenever it happens, to check the message first so you can have some time to respond. You can go and drag it like here, look at the message as much as possible, drag it back, and you'll have that much access to it, which is really cool. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is different from all that, is that you can actually change the skin color of the emojis. So within the settings within Snapchat, so if you tap up here and if you click setting and if you scroll down and if you click on the top right corner where it's settings right here, you'll basically see a bunch of this different information. But if you scroll down, you'll see additional services. You want to go ahead and click manage, and you'll see right here it says emoji skin tone. Well, when you click that, it'll actually give you a couple of different options for you to actually change the skin color of your emoji so you can actually match it to whatever your skin color is. So you can actually match it to whatever your skin color is. And this is a big thing, especially for like equality nowadays. You have that capability of, changing up your skin tone and all that stuff within the settings, which is really cool. Now, another thing while we're right here is actually managing your ad preferences. Now, if you click here, basically all these things will probably end up being on your specific Snapchat. Now, I don't really have a problem with this, but it is good if you have an idea of how Snapchat is using your data and all that stuff. So you can actually go in here and see what you want Snapchat to see and what you don't want Snapchat to see. Now, this is all personal preference. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't mind, then it doesn't matter. But you can actually turn these off. It won't necessarily save battery. It could save a little bit of data, but basically Snapchat gives the option of turning off those specific ad preferences if you want them on or off. So you're still going to get ads, but they're just not going to be tailored to you in a way. Now, another thing is within lifestyle and interests. So what this does is if you toggle these things on, basically on your Snapchat page, on your story page, you can actually go through and see a bunch of different shows and stuff or random stuff that you might not even be interested in. But also the ads that you get, sometimes they'll just be like random ads for like Princess Diaries or something. I don't know. But I don't have it. I don't know anything about it except for the name. So by turning these on, your interests and everything, and those Snapchat videos that come up on the little bottom page, as well as ads that come to you, you can actually get tailored, better to you if you want to. I mean, it's totally up to you. Like I said, I turned these on like games, for example, and you can turn them off or on. It's up to you, but that's another one right there. And another thing within Snapchat, if you click maps right here, share usage data, you can disable that as well. That's another quick little one I would recommend you guys to look at. Now, another one that I would always recommend people to actually mess with is yet again under additional services. So if you're stuck on the same page, you can click on the top right, scroll down, additional services, you want to click manage. And right here where it says data saver, you want to go ahead and enable that or disable that. Basically what that does is that it basically saves you data. Now, if things don't load, they might take longer to load or whatever, but it's actually really cool and you actually save a little bit of data when you go that route. So that's another one I'd recommend you guys to look at. Now, another one I would recommend you guys to do is basically with Snap Maps. It kind of, infiltrated a lot of people's privacy in a way. I don't even know why people keep it enabled, to be honest, but you can actually disable that if you don't want people knowing exactly where you're at, whether you realize it or not. So what you want to do, so right here where it says see my location, you want to go ahead and click that. And right at the top, it says ghost mode. You want to make sure that's enabled if you care about, people not seeing exactly where you're at. Now, if you don't care about that, obviously keep it disabled. But basically with these snap maps, people will basically see your specific location, which is kind of scary, to be honest. I don't know why people like that. But if you don't, you can enable ghost mode. That'll go away. But if you do, then you can just disable it and people can see where you're at, basically. And the last thing, as usual, is how to increase your Snapchat score. And it's basically the same process as before. If you can get a group of like 10 people of your friends or whatever, or you can just add a random 10 people as I've done before, you can go and make a random Snapchat just like this, or even better yet, you can make a video that is multiple lengths long, so multiple like square circles long, whatever. You can go and click the send button. You can send it to whoever you want to. These are just random people that I found, and you can go and go through. And once you're done, you can go and send it. And every time you send it, slash every time that they open it, your score goes up by 1, whether they respond or not. I think if you get a snap, it goes up, and if you receive a snap or open, I don't really remember what it is, but you can keep doing this over and over again. Your Snapchat score will go up. Usually it takes a little bit of time to buffer through, but That's one of the biggest ones that I've seen too. It's usually like the screenshotting ones and the Snapchat score ones that people really, really like. So those are some of my favorite Snapchat tricks and tips that you can use in 2020. If you guys have any questions or you have any tips that you know of, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.